Bum, 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 bum. Welcome to the second episode of Bunyan's Force. You know what I'm saying? I know, I'm sorry. I know, I know, I know. I need to do these joints more like consecutively, but I've been so busy. But that's okay. No excuses. No excuses. I'm gonna get right. We're gonna be uploading a whole bunch of these joints. I promise you. I might start like uploading like every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you guys more content. I promise. Well, I just been so busy. But we're here now. We're gonna make it do what it do. It is episode 2 of Bunyan's Force. Make sure that you follow me on the social medias of at C's Capital. It's right there on the left hand corner, right hand corner, whatever. It's right there. Go ahead and follow me. Hit me up. Follow me on iTunes, C's Bunyan. If you like, music, if you like rap, tree trap, check me out. I'm on there too as well. Yeah, just follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. But yeah, man. This one we're calling this one the end of the last acts of the Bron era because like wow, man, Bron got swept, man. He swept them boys up, man. They got them up out there really quick, man, bro. Lakers pack. It's in the air. It's permeating. It's just it's all through the air, It's all through the air. They're selling it like 10, you know what I'm saying? It's 10 a G for that though. It's low grade. It's like, they're giving it away. They got them up out of there. Crazy. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Bron gave him 38, almost 40-point triple dub. What you want, like on a hurt foot? Magnificent effort. Magnificent effort. And he gassed out, because he scored 31 in the first half, and then only not like, you know what I'm saying, only like 8 in the second. It's kind of like but who's supposed to be, carrying that weight is your supposed best player. Bron at 30, bruh. Bron is 38 years old, guys. 38 years old, guys. 38 years old. That's like your pops. Like, that's like a pops being out there. Like, that's literally pops out there, like, hooping. Except he yamming and going, like, man, it's crazy. Like, yo, that Bron doc is going to be, like, 10 hours long. It's going to be 10 hours long. Bro, dude is a specimen. He is undoubtedly the GOAT of his era. But his era is coming to a close. It's the boy Jokic. They swept them boys up, man. They got him up out of there, man. Dust panned them up. But Glass, man, Anthony Davis, man. If you're the Lakers, what do you do with him? Because is this what you? I mean, he was playing good. He's playing good ball, but like, he's so hot and cold, man. He's so hot and cold. It's just like, I don't know. Like, is he gonna play? Is he gonna play like he played at the last half of the season? Is he gonna be able to play that way consistently next year? Like, is that something that's gonna be able to go down, or is this just a one-off? Like, is this just? I don't know, man. Dude is streaky, man, and he's injury prone. And I don't know if I need you to score. I need you to go get 40 in a game like that. Like, I need more, man. I need more. And it's just like, it's not it. And Austin Reeves. Yeah, Austin Reeves he's a hooper. He's straight, but I don't know. We'll see. I think they're gonna have to pay him. I actually do. I think they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to pay him because the boy D'Lo. Get him the fuck out of here! They need to get D'Lo up out of there, man. Pack his bags. They're gonna drop him off at LAX, man. It's time to go. It's time to go. I don't know. It may be Chinatown for D'Lo, man. Not even gonna lie, man. Not even gonna lie. It might be, time to go. Nah, ain't nobody going to the USSR after that Brittany Griner. But like Spain, yeah, man. Portugal, yeah, man. It's time to go out there. It's time to venture out. It's time to go overseas and see what that may bring. Maybe China, ni hao. You know, China might be. It might be time. It might be time. Honestly, because he has a horrible brand of basketball. He plays a horrible brand of basketball. Like, even if he's like hitting, even if it's like, bro, he plays like an AAU ball, like, bro. He plays a horrible brand of basketball. I haven't seen the I don't that was so remember that was so fake. He don't even I don't see that no more, but cause he ain't yeah, it ain't that no more. But hey man, Lakers, 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Come join my Knicks. It's okay. Come sit by us. Hey, you, come sit by us. It's time for the couch. But man, back to Bron. Chris Haynes reported that Bron is reportedly thinking about retiring. That's crazy, man. Like that's really an MMA era for real. Like my man Melo retired. It was tough. Like it's tough, man. It's tough how Melo went out. He didn't even get his he didn't even get a tour, man. He should have got a tour. He should have got come on, man. Melo, what? That was my favorite player, man. I'm gonna miss Melo, but nah, that's crazy. It's like it's really an end of the era. Like Bron is the last one out of that 2003 draft class, and Bron thinking about hanging it up too. That's so that's really like why I named it like the last acts of the Bron era because it is Bron's era. Like let's not mistake it. Let's not get it twisted. Like I used to try to argue it, but it's not. It's not. It's the Bron era. Like, you know what I'm saying? We need to go ahead and be like BE. After Bron retires, we're gonna call it BE. Like before Bron, BBE. Before the Bron era, ABE. After the Bron era. Like, yo, like it was his era for sure. For sure it was. But I'm back. Oh, we had technical difficulties, but we're still here, man. We're still here. Yo, I'm gonna put something in the description to tell people to like skip that. But we back, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're back in it. I apologize. I honestly don't know what that was. I That's just Mac out here on bull, you know what I'm saying? On bullshit time. It's just, Mac acting like I don't know, man, acting like a droid. It's getting crazy out here. I paid too much money for this. I paid too much money for this, man. It's too much, man. It's too much, man. I don't like that. I don't like that. But we live. But yeah, like I was saying, man, it's the end of an era, man. It's the end of an era, and it is the Bron era. So let's talk about it. Like, what would be your favorite part of the Bron era? That's what I want you guys to think about when while you guys are chilling, doing what you're doing, and everything like that. Um, Let me see. Let me type this up so we let people know that I'm live. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're doing it. We're gonna do it live, like Bill O'Reilly, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Y'all know what's happening. Y'all know what's happening. Live now. Konnichiwa. Here we go. But nah, that's what D-Lo. That's what D-Lo better get. You know what I'm saying? D-Lo need to go ahead and study his Mandarin and all that stuff because absolutely disgusting. And then you seen after he was getting shots up after. It was just nasty. It was nastiness, man. It's time. It's time. But anyway, what is your favorite? Think back. What is your favorite part of the Bron era? Like, what is your favorite part of the Bron era? Mine. Uh Miami. That Miami Bron, like I hated it. I loved and hated it at the same damn time because my Knicks was there, Melo was there, and we was trying to, compete with them. And I felt like the year the year Amari Stoudemire nut ass, the year he punched a fire extinguisher and broke his hand or whatever. I felt like we could have done something with him that year. I'm not gonna lie. But the like Bron in Miami, he was Super Saiyan Bron. That was crazy. It was absolutely madness. Like Bron was like on a whole different level. I was telling people like, yo, I remember when they did the game breaker out there on Jason Terry. That was stupid. The man, like, he personally hunted a poster, like, because people forget Jason Terry was yapping. It was yapping, you know what I'm saying? He used to talk a lot of, saying a lot of shit with Bron. And buddy, that was crazy. And he was biking. He was on some I'm a bike to the arena type stuff. It was dumb. His bounce in Miami, it was stupid. It was dumb. And then he started being able to shoot that three. And then he got his little, because my hit on Bron before he got to Miami when he was with Cleveland, I was like, he can't shoot. Can't shoot. That's why I used to be all heavy Mellow. I was like, yo, he can't shoot. He yamming, but like, yo, he can't shoot. But then in Miami, he really developed a consistent three-point shot. He was doing things in the post. It was just clear that his mental, wait, his mental after 2011, his mental after that year was superior. Because in 2011, Dirk year, yeah, we just gonna call that Dirk year because that is one of the most impressive rings won. That was one of the most impressive rings ever won. Like, think about it. Dirk didn't have no all-stars in that team. It was Dirk. Yeah, it was just Dirk, man. Dirk out there at the top of the three, just hitting their ass, man. It was Dirk. It was Dirk, man. Dirk did a lot, man. Dirk did a lot in this league, man. He did a lot for this league, and he had a heavy burden. He had a heavy burden, man, because they got rid of Steve Nash back, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. They got rid of him. That would have been nasty if they would have kept that going. But hey, they got rid of him, and it was just all on Dirk. And people used to slander Dirk, like for real. He's like, yo, he don't do nothing. He don't win nothing. Like, you know, and then what really like put the cherry on top was when Bron and D Wade was mocking Dirk for being sick, and it was in the press conference. He was like, yeah, we sick too. Yeah, we sick. And Dirk lit they ass up, lit them up, fuego, lit them up. So yeah, that's a blemish. That's one blemish on the on his on the goat on his docket. That's just 2011 was nasty business. It was really nasty business. But still, he is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So if for me, it would be Miami. But what about for you guys? You know what I'm saying? In the comments after you guys watch this and everything like that, think back and then put it in the comments for me. If you could, I'd love to know. I'd love to know. What was your favorite Bron era? All right. But yeah, Bron, man, it's been a time, man. It's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful run. And like honestly, like I think it's not even a conversation anymore as far as like the argument, if that makes sense. When I say that, it used to be like, yo, there's no way you can compare Braun to Jordan. But honestly, yeah, that's done. Like you can't compare him. And it's kind of like a pick your poison. It's about like what you like. And Braun has no peers in the league. Let's just say that as well. I will say this. Braun has no peers. Like you compare Braun with the greats. Like you don't compare Braun with any of these people around here. Not Steph, not KD, definitely not Peasy Head King. Definitely not KD. And that KD money is looking funny in the light. You know what I'm saying? That KD money is looking real funny in the light. And I respect him. I respect the sniper, bro. I really do. I like Slim Man. Like, I like the Slim Reaper. I'm a fan. But it's just like some of the stuff is just like, mm, it's like, I don't know how that's going. Like, historically, I don't know how that's going to land. Because, look, all right, you leave OKC, which he had every right to do. And he really should have. He really should have. My whole thing, I think the thing that's kind of crazy is the slander of the Knicks. Like he slandered the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? You talk bad about my team. You talk bad about my boys, like the organization and everything like that. It's like okay, and the Nets have a far superior organization. Remember when they was talking about Nets culture? Nets culture? What? At one point, yo, the Nets had James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant, and they won absolutely nothing. Nothing. Nets culture. I don't ever want to hear Nets culture again. The Nets have a culture of being bumps. That's it. Like in New Jersey, they have a little, you know what I'm saying? In New Jersey. But there's only one team in New York. There's only one team. And to slander the Knicks, and then you come to Brooklyn and you basically do nothing. Nothing. They didn't do anything. We hear about the three-pointer at the top with the big foot, whatever. Yo, he wears size shoe that's bigger than what he needs. It is what it is. That's on him. That's player error. But I don't want to hear that, honestly. Because I don't know. I don't know if they would have won the ring. It's not guaranteed they would have won the ring. It's no guarantee in that. There's no guarantee. So people be acting like it was just like, oh, it was a definite that they would have won the ring. And it's just like, it wasn't. It wasn't. So I can't even give them that. All right. So it's just like, And then you force your way out. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you picked your poison. You said that you wanted to be here. And now all of a sudden, like you picked your running mate. You picked, you know what I'm saying? You picked Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? My sage burning. You know, I like Kyrie. I like Kyrie a lot. I don't care what nobody say. I don't. I am all for never let your boss be too comfortable. Like, nah, man. Nah. See, you can't be like, yo, you can't think it's sweet over here. I like that. I'm a fan. Yeah, what can I say? Yeah, I like it. People say whatever they want to, but I don't feel like he's a detriment to the team. I feel like you have to get him in the right position. If you want him on your team, you got to get him in the right position. Out in Dallas, it seemed like he wasn't having no problems or any issues like that. The problems come and the problems arise with Kyrie when y'all ask him questions outside of basketball. That's when shit gets crazy. That's when it gets spooky. And he starts talking. Y'all ask him stuff outside of the realm of his job. Just ask him stuff based on his job, and you won't be disappointed, or you won't be frustrated or confused or anything like that. Just do that. Just do that. Speaking of another athlete that's been in hot water, Ja Morant. Ja Morant. Hey, buddy. They're calling him Ja Wick. They're calling him NBA Dumb Boy. And we are still sitting to see what Adam Silver's verdict's going to be when he hands down this punishment. And I don't want to shit on Ja. I don't. But, yo, I swear, man, young homie moving like he was in the classroom with only 10 kids. He moving like, you know what I'm saying, he was in the back of the school with the trailer. You know what I'm saying? They had him in the back, you know what I'm saying, where the trailers are. And, you know, it was only, you know, he was in a classroom where it was like, you know, 7 kids and 2 teachers. That type. That's how he's moving, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had extra long lunch. Like, that's how he's moving. That's how he's moving. Because he don't understand his lesson. He lost $39 million because he missed all NBA honors, because he got suspended and everything like that. He lost $39 million. And then immediately, not even like 2 weeks after, homie is flashing the gun on IG. And I will say this, that is not illegal. It's just dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb after what happened previously. I think that's the problem. I don't have issues with him having a gun or anything like that. My issue is with the optics that you're portraying, and it's the issues that you are asking for and the energy you asking for. You know what I'm saying? On top of the fact, I do understand why these teams in the NBA is upset. It's like, bro, you got to think about it like this. He is a franchise player, all right? That means the franchise player of an NBA team is sort of kind of like the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, right? He's the face. He's the face of the organization. He sets the tone of the organization. He leads the organization, the company. That's what he's supposed to do, right? Now the NBA, the front office, the fans, you know what I'm saying? The other NBA teams, those are kind of like your shareholders, right? Right? Your shareholders. If you watch Succession and everything like that, like those that's the board. You know what I'm saying? That's the board who is dependent. Their trust in you depends on you keeping your job, and you're standing as CEO. And that's basically what's going on. Like the board, Nike, you know, Nike's part of the board. Nike looking at this shit like, yo, dude is tripping. Like, we can't market a shoe with all these bright colors that's supposed to be marketed to kids when we got NBA dumb boy over here, like flashing guns and talking op talk, man. You up 200 million, you don't got no ops. No. What's wrong with you? You don't got no ops. Like, bro, guys, hey, kids, that shit is lame. If you don't have no ops that is just organic ops, if you don't have no organic ops, man, then just, you don't want ops. That shit is lame. It brings nothing but trouble, trauma, chaos, and confusion, and jail time. Police, like, bruh, why would you want it? Anyway, why is he cosplaying something that he's not? You know what he is, though? He's a multimillionaire. You know, he's a franchise player. He is one of the best 10 players in the league. He is a boss. But he not carrying himself as such. You feel me? And that's where, like, you know what I'm saying? That's where the saying comes, you know, perspective is reality a lot of times. He could be what he is, and people still not look at him such. Now you got people all over questioning his intellect because he's moving like a dummy. So now people don't treat you as the person that you are and the standing that you are. He gonna have people disrespecting him, people of lower standing disrespecting him now, and feeling like they can talk to him any kind of way now because of how he carries himself. You feel me? You got to think about that, man. You got to respect your position at all times, no matter what you do. You got to respect your position. You know what I'm saying? You lay line, hey, if you lay and you play in the mud long enough, man, peasants gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna forget that you're royalty, dog. And that's what's going on. That's what's happening. And we trying to prevent chaos and confusion that could, because look, you in a city where, you know what I'm saying? One, people don't play like that. But two, like, yo, out here, it's wolves out here, dog. And it's gonna be people that's gonna want to see and want to try you and test you to see if you really that, if you really what you portray. Remember this in life. Life is always gonna make you prove that you are who you think you are, right? Always. There's always gonna be a thing that it's always gonna be a trial or something to come along to prove and make sure that you are who you say you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fact. So be careful of what you portray, what you put out here, the energy you put out. Cause man, he don't want no, like, everybody, one, they know he got guns on him, right? So what they gonna do? They gonna automatically pull first. It's gonna be a bang out if it's an altercation. They already know you a hothead and you roll deep. Man, let a youngin, like, yo, he lucky homie in Foot Locker. Cause yo, I didn't know this, but they said that he was chasing homie in the back. Like they made homie lock the doors in the back. They was deep. Hey man, everybody don't play like that. Hey man, some people are waiting for that day where you try and you think it's sweet. Like some people like really like, oh, you think it's sweet? And they smiling about it. Like they're gonna have a nice day. And you're a multimillionaire. You don't need those type issues. You've conquered the American dream and you've gained and garnered generational wealth. But I mean, you know, you gotta make sure that you do the things necessary to keep it. And at the end of the day, I don't think it's a big, huge issue like people are trying to make it out to seem. I do think it shows that it just shows he's irresponsible, but it just makes me question his like intellect, honestly, man. And that's unfortunate because I was sticking up for Buddy, but it's just like, bro, are you slow? Like, I mean, are you do we have like, is there something mentally wrong here? Because $39 million and you don't learn your lesson, like, and it's all for clout. It's weird. It'd be like what 2,000 people in them lives, but his friend went live and it was like only 300 people in there. So you going live for like 300 people and you crashing out for how many people's in that live that costing, bruh? It just don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense, man. And that's the problem. Like other people are watching it and they're like, yo, is he serious? He don't make no sense. You know? So I understand Adam Silver coming down. And I think it's probably gonna be 40 games, like a smooth 40 game suspension. I don't think they're gonna suspend him the whole year because player unions they are not gonna have that because he did not break a law or anything like that. But I do think it's gonna be 40. You know what I'm saying? 40. I think it's gonna be a smooth 40. I think it's gonna be a smooth 40. But pivoting, yo, I think it's dope. Like, no, what's the way? What's the way we want to word this? I find it interesting and somewhat problematic, right? That let's all take follow me. Let's take a big picture approach. Let's back up real quick, okay? All right. So hey, you remember when we're talking about the media as a whole, and then we're going to be talking about the NBA as well. Okay? All right. So follow me. Okay? Computer, I'm calling it triangle. Follow me. All right. So check this out, right? So remember last year, Kanye West went on an unmedicated bipolar rant where he was talking all types of brown shirt SS Nazi craziness. Like he was talking wild. He was talking real, like, you know what I'm saying? He was talking real Black Israelite. And hey, listen, I understand the merits of some of the stuff he was saying, but some of the other stuff he was saying, like, that didn't make any sense. Like the stuff about, you're talking about a certain group of people, that's out. Like you can't just single out a certain group of people and say they all act like this because that's not what it is. While also, like, bro, you were talking all this and you owed Big Sean hella bread and you was in charge of that situation. How you did a black man like nigga's a hypocrite. And that's neither here nor there. But yo, remember the media. Oh, it was outraged. Oh, the growing threat of anti-Semitism. People were coming out and were telling their stories about the gas chambers and all that stuff. Mein Kampf. It was, it was a lot of stuff going on. It was a lot of sensitivity training talks. It was a lot, and these are from the positions of power. It's from a lot of people. There was endorsements and all this stuff. All right. Oh, hold on. So boom, 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 boom. Kanye. Now let's remember that everybody denounced this guy, right? Denounced this guy. And it was made like clear, even black people, you better come out here and speak and denounce this guy. A lot of people denounced this guy, right? Cool. All right. It was cool. Cool. All right. Boom. We move on next to the Kyrie Irving incident, right? So with the Kyrie Irving incident, this is where the NBA comes into play. The NBA speaks out and says that anti-Semitism is a no-go, which it is. It's an absolute no-go, and I am vehemently against it, right? But the NBA as a whole came out and spoke against it. They denounced Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? They were Adam Silver was gonna make Kyrie go through sensitivity training and all this other stuff. Kyrie lost endorsements. Nike, they ripped an endorsement from Kyrie, right? Nike, Nike, they ripped an endorsement from Kyrie. The NBA denounced what Kyrie was saying and made him apologize. All right. Okay. I promise. I'm going to make a point. All right. Cool. Right. Cool. The whole point of this is not to argue against the NBA, nor the media, nor Nike for making, these gestures and these points and everything and standing by these values. Again, standing by these values, right? I'm not going to make cool. I'm fine with that. All right. Now let's roll over, guys. This year, what's been happening in Florida? What's been happening in Texas? They've been banning books, right? They've been going after diversity and inclusion programs, huh? They've been going after black, saying sororities and fraternities, different programs that help black people. They've been going after those proudly, affecting black education. You know what I'm saying? Where's the NBA's stance on this, huh? Why is the NBA not talking about pulling out, games out of Florida and Texas? They have 2 franchises in those states. The Orlando Magic, the Miami Heat. Why are we not speaking out about these things? Why are we not? The Dallas Mavericks, the San Antonio Spurs. Why are we staying quiet about these things? Banning books now, like some Fahrenheit, like, come on, bruh. They're banning books like some dystopian, and it's all based on racism and anti-blackness, right? Anti-blackness. But, the league is what, 80% black? Why is there no stance? Why is there no public stance? That's all I'm asking. I don't understand it. If you guys understand it, please make it make sense to me because, some of the NBA fans are in those states, right? Some of the NBA's players are from those states where they're trying to, ban books about Black history. When they refuse to tell the truth about Black history. Could you imagine? Like, yo, what is going on right now? It is so nasty. It is why it's nasty and why I'm so passionate about it, because it would not be happening to any other people. But it's so amazing to me in 2023, people act like they don't see it happening to Black people. Right now, they are trying to erase Black culture. Like, literally. Like, when you try to erase and not tell the truth about somebody's history, and you literally outlaw somebody's history. Could you imagine? All right, mind you, what if they were trying to outlaw Holocaust history? What if we were like, yo, we can't handle telling that story? What if we were like, yo, we can't handle this. I don't feel like the kids need to hear about this. We need to ban that. We need to ban the telling of that. What would be happening? It would be fear, outrage, everything like that would be stoked. People would be talking about, yo, this is the return of a bad era, this, that, and the other. But right now, what's going on? Nobody feel like it's the return of Jim Crow. Nobody feel like that. And I just find it interesting. I do. It's interesting to me. That's it. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's that's it. Just think about just think about that. I just find it interesting. What do you think about it? Do you feel like it's interesting? Or am I the only one that feels like it's interesting? Ah, okay. But let's move on to further NBA action, right? So the Celtics, they about to get that broom action too. They're getting that broom action too, man. It's looking real bad for them boys. And the legend of Jimmy Butler continues to grow. But yo, it's not just the legend of Jimmy Butler, it's the legend of the Miami Heat and Heat culture. Heat culture is real. Me, I was like Knicks in 6. I felt like my Knicks was going to take care of them light work. I was like, we are definitely more talented. I was looking at our pieces in the lineups and everything like that. And I was like, the other guys, like, I don't even know who these guys are. They ain't going to be non-factors. They ain't going to do shit. They are good. It's not sweet. They are good and they are dogs. 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 Hard. They ain't scared at all. And they ran a Boston on Boston ass, boy. They ran a Boston on them boys. Hey, Jimmy, with the timeout. Like, yo, it's a dog, it's a team full of dogs led by a dog. And when the dog is your best player, that's when you cooking with grease. That's when great things can happen. When a dog is your best player, great things happen. That's what they say the NBA, where great things happen. That where amazing happens, that's where, amazing things happen. That boy Gabe Vincent, he was on one last night. El Fuego, flame on. Hey, the boy was hot. Hot. I was like, yo, what is it? They got a whole bunch of this. Like, yo, like, one of them, like, when you want to, like, yo, that's not him. Like, oh, okay. Oh, it's your night tonight. They got a whole bunch of them guys. And it be their night often. It be their night often. Yo, and this is great. This is great. Just to think about this while we rewind and we was talking about Bron Era. Yo, what if Bron never leaves Miami? He gets 6 rings, man. He gets 6 rings. Pat Riley, one of the best. He's gotta be the best. I feel like he's gotta be the best, man. Pat Riley's gotta be the best. He's been to the finals 19 times. 19. I like his energy, man. Go back to the press conference when Bron was talking about leaving. At the end where people were asking him, Bron can opt out, this, that, and the other. He was like, oh, it's about question if we want to stick together, if we want to go through it. That's real. That's a real mindset. Now, I will say this. The ring that Bron won in Cleveland is worth like 2. Just because Cleveland? Because we never thought that was going down. Never. And how they did it, coming back 3-1 against that team, even though it was some shenanigans. It was some shenanigans with the Draymond Green thing. It was some shenanigans with that. Even though that happened, and after, in my opinion, after Bogut got hurt and Festus Ezeli was in there, it was just easy for him to yam on. He was just downhill. It was over then. You know what I'm saying? Even though that happened, I do feel like, yo, that ring was worth 2. That was an amazing ring. But yo, he could have had 6 rings, 7. Who knows? Pat would have kept shuffling in these undrafted free agents who could shoot, that could shoot around Bron, that would take the criticism of Bron, and then he would have brought in a co-star. You know what I'm saying? They would have kept doing that until it worked, until it fit. He had already got 2 out there. You can't tell me he couldn't have got 2 more. Honestly, I feel like they could have got 2 more, especially how Bron was playing and how Bron has been playing how Bron played after those years. He definitely could have got it, but he walked his own path and respected that, and he brought a ring back to his hometown. That's huge. That can't be taken away. That's huge. But I just, you know what I'm saying, that's just one of the big what ifs of this whole, you know what I'm saying, of the whole thing of Bron's career. There are a lot of what ifs, but that's one of them. Like, whoa, what if that would have happened? You know, that would have been crazy in my opinion. But yeah, man, Jimmy Butler is gone up the ranks, and like people are gonna respect him. He's gonna be a legend from here on out. He won't have to buy a drink in a lot of places, man. He won't. Because that guy's a dog. He's a leader, too. He's a leader, and he shows up when it matters. And that's what you always want. That's what you want out of your best player. You want them to show up when it matters, and you want them to, you know what I'm saying, never give up. And you want them to always galvanize their team, and that's basically what he does, man. They have belief, they have belief because of Jimmy. So, yeah, let's talk about these NBA Finals predictions because it's looking like it's a 99% chance that it's going to be the Miami Heat versus Denver Nuggets. And I feel like this is going to be a fun matchup. It's not going to be sweet. I feel like it's going to be a fun matchup. It's going to be interesting because all right, what can Kyle Lowry do? What crafty things can he do to slow down Jamal Murray? Who's going to guard Jimmy? Who's going to guard Jimmy? Who's going to take that task on? With Jokic, Bam, how are you going to deal with that? On the flip side, Bam, are you going to put any pressure on Jokic? Is that going to happen? Michael Porter Jr., what are they going to do about that? That guy can detonate for 1 or 2 games to where he can give you a scoring effort that really changes, gives you a victory. So what's going to happen with that? Gabe Vincent and Martin and Strus, are they going to continue to show up in the finals? Are the lights going to get too bright for them? Spoelstra, he's one of the best coaches in the league, if not the best. Top three, and he's not 3. How is he going to match up against Mike Malone? Or should I say, how is Mike Malone going to match up against him tactically? Who's going to win the war? It's going to be a dope series, man. I feel like it's really going to be a dope series. Yes, people wanted LA, Boston, but I didn't. I want the best teams. And it's looking like we're getting the best teams. And it's so crazy because Miami was in the play-in. That's so wild. And I actually think the play-in tournament has been great for the league. It's been great for the league because you get to see who really want to play, who really want to keep balling, or who just want to go home and count the millions. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, yo, I'd rather we find out. I'd rather we find out. So yeah, man, that's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna make any predictions until after the Miami Heat close out their series, and then I'll make my prediction. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a very, very fun series, right? And let's say this: hey, Jokic deserves an apology. He does. It was a lot of slander. It was a lot. We were going for Embiid. We didn't want him to win 3 in a row. It was a lot. Yo, he deserves an apology because this guy is a generational talent. He is undoubtedly one of the, if not the best player in the league. Everything that he does, teamwork, unselfishness, like inside, outside game, post game, one of the best passers the league has ever seen. The dude he deserves all his flowers. He deserves all his flowers. And he was cut. He literally grinded for this. He grinded for this. I remember when he was just like, nobody was thinking Jokic was that. Nobody. His first few years in the league, we thought he was just like a stretch 3, stretch big. to develop into an MVP caliber player, perennial, to put up my career, my player numbers, like in real life, we deserve he deserves an apology. He deserves an apology. You know what I'm saying? The other guy we gave the MVP to, you seen what happened with that. You seen how he built. You know what I'm saying? You know, he gasses out. He gasses out. When it's fourth quarter crunch time, he's nowhere to be seen. It is what it is. These big games, Jokic is in these games. Even if he's not leading the points, he's orchestrating things out there every single game. That's a bad boy. He nice. He not. He nice. He's nice. He's that deal. And he deserves an apology. We need to put respect on Jokic. We do. The Joker, yeah. Yeah. He one of those, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna take the torch. He one of those. And his game's gonna age well because it's so like he not jumping out there, man. He not jumping out there. He got that old man at the park game, man. He is not jumping out there. He's not getting hurt out there. I can see him playing like this at least another 8 years, which is that's spooky. That's spooky. But yeah, man, Jokic, you deserve an apology. Sorry to Jokic. But yeah, man, today's quote. I feel like, I should start giving wolfisms. You know what I'm saying? Things that I live by and everything like that, and things that my clique live by. So we can kind of spread it to the masses, and this would be different quotes, whether it be from members of YCG or it be from historical figures or things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So today's quote is: "Adversity introduces a man to himself," and that's a fact. That's a fact. When you hit the bottom, you're gonna figure out who you are. And the question is, are you gonna fall? When you fall, are you gonna stay down? Are you gonna have a pity party? Right? Because like I've done that before, and it was destructive. It was detrimental. It didn't do me any favors whatsoever. None. None. A pity party does nothing. What does it do? It does nothing. It's just, what I'm saying, it's a self-destructive behavior, honestly. And a lot of times when bad things happen to us, we allow that to be an excuse for us to do self-destructive things. Like, oh, what I'm saying, this happened so I can crash out. Nah, that's cowardice. That's weakness. You know what I'm saying? If you want to embrace that, then, do so at your own, it's your own leisure. But that's not what it is over here. And that's not what it should be. You go through these things. You got to, you got to brave the rain so you can bathe in the sun. I tell people that all the time. You got to brave the rain with the storms, because the storms are going to come. You know what I'm saying? Storms are always going to come. Storms are periodic. They're going to come. But you got to endure. You know what I'm saying? And you got to push on. You got to strive forward. You can't ever give up. You can't never give up. So all my bros and all my sisters that, you're going through some tough things and it's hard. I definitely know. I've been there. I know it's tough. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot give up. And you gotta, you gotta always strive to do and be your best self. And whether that be baby steps, like whether, you gotta celebrate the inches that we move forward. Yeah. For real. Because they're so hard to come by. They're so hard to come by. And we minimize it too often. You can't do that. You can't do that. A lot of times everybody want to beat yourself up. I tell people all the time, why you want to beat yourself up when sometimes in this life that's all you'll have? All you have is you. So, you know what I'm saying? The person who always got your back should be you. Right? So how you going to beat yourself up? That just shows a lack of loyalty. Think about it. All right, yo. This has been Bunyan Sports, episode 2, last acts of the Bron Era. It's been a crazy ride for Bron. Man, I'm sad to see it go, but it's been a hell of a ride. But you tell me, what your favorite act of the Bron era was and your favorite moment. All right. So this is C's. Make sure you follow me at C's Capital in real life. It's right there in the corner. It's right there in the corner. It's right there. It's right there in the corner. Make sure you follow me, DM me, hit me up, stream some C's Bunny in a day, or any day. If you got any stoner friends, send them my music. I make it for you guys. All right. Make sure that you guys check out the Pyramid dispensary out in DC. Go ahead and check that out as well. Yeah, man. This is C's signing out. Remember, go hunt. Ciao.